This is Italian Football Lover channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 12 games of EPL. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, and please click on the like button. Thanks so much. Let's start from the Burnley-Chelsea game. Burnley is going to be at home. They won versus 2-0, Leeds United at home. And at the same time, my dear friends, this Burnley team lost against 3-2 West Ham in last away game. Before they won versus 3-2 Wolverhampton in away game. Burnley lost against 2-0 Arsenal in last match at home. And this Chelsea team got back-to-back victories. They won versus 3-0 Nottingham Forest in away game. They won against 1-0 Tottenham in away game. They won versus 3-0 Wolverhampton in last match at home. In the last game, Chelsea won against Burnley 4-1 in away game. Chelsea is on the second spot and they are going on so good this season. I feel in that way they will win over against Burnley. Burnley 0, Chelsea 2 is my prediction for this game. Another match, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Liverpool is going to be at home and they won versus 2-0 Aston Villa at home. Before they lost against 2-1 Manchester United at home. They lost against 3-2 Brentford in away game. Nottingham Forest is second to last on the point table. They are in so bad situation. They are in so hard relegation battle. This Nottingham Forest team, my dear friends, lost against 2-0 Bournemouth and Newcastle United in the recent 2 away games. They stayed draw against 2-2 United in last match at home. Liverpool is stronger and better team than Forest, but Forest won against Liverpool 1-0 in away game last season. This time, Liverpool will win over against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 0 is my prediction for this game. And another game, Bournemouth, West Ham United. Bournemouth is going to be at home. And Bournemouth is playing way more better at home. They won versus 3-1, Fulham at home. They won against 2-0, Nottingham Forest at home. But Bournemouth lost against 3-1, Manchester City in last away game. West Ham United won versus 3-1, Newcastle at home. Again, they won against 3-2 Burnley in last match at home. But West Ham lost against Leeds United 2-1 in last away game. Before they lost against 2-0 Arsenal in away game, my dear friends. Last season Bournemouth West Ham game ended up in 1-1 draw. Bournemouth is stronger and better team than West Ham. They will make the advantage of playing at home. They will win over against West Ham. Bournemouth 3, West Ham United 1 is my prediction for this game. Wolverhampton, Crystal Palace. Wolverhampton is going to be at home. And they're at the bottom of the point table. They have just 2 points. They couldn't get any victory this season in EPL. They are seeming to get to relegate for sure this season. They lost against 3-0 Fulham and Chelsea in the recent 2 away games. They lost against 3-2 Burnley in last match at home. Before they stayed draw against Brighton 1-1 at home. And this Crystal Palace team, my dear friends, lost against 1-0 Arsenal in away game. Before they lost against 2-1 Everton in away game. But Palace won against 2-0 Brentford in last match at home. Last season, Wolverhampton Palace game ended up in 2-2 draw. But Crystal Palace is stronger and better team than Wolverhampton. After a hard clash, Crystal Palace will win over against Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton 1, Crystal Palace 2 is my prediction for this game. Another match, Brighton, Brentford. Brighton is going to be at home. And Brighton is playing way more better at home. They won against 3-0 Leeds United in last match at home. They won versus 2-1 Newcastle United at home. My dear friends, Brighton before state draw against Wolverhampton 1-1 in away game. And this Brentford team is playing better at home, but they won versus 2-0 West Ham in away game, but they lost against 2-0 Palace in last away game. Brentford won versus 3-2 Liverpool in last match at home. This is going to be hard clash. And last season Brighton-Brentford game ended up in 0-0 draw. Maybe draw is possible in that match, but just by 1 goal margin, I want to take a chance to Brighton for victory. Brighton 2, Brentford 1 is my prediction for this game. Another match, Fulham, Sunderland. Sunderland is creating miracles this season, but they are playing better at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Arsenal in last match at home. They remained draw against Everton 1-1 at home. This Sunderland team, my dear friends, really is a good and decent team, so dangerous team. Fulham is playing better at home. They won versus 3-0 Wolverhampton at home, but they lost against 1-0 Arsenal at home. Fulham lost against 2-0 Everton in last away game, my dear friends. And my dear friends, Sunderland won against 2-1 Chelsea in last away game, as I remember. This is going to be so challenging match, and draw is possible in that game. Draw is probable in that match, my dear friends. But just by 1 goal margin with home advantage, I want to take a chance to Fulham for victory. Fulham 1, Sunderland 0 is my prediction for this game. Newcastle United, Manchester City. Newcastle United is playing way more better at home. Last season, Newcastle City game ended up in 1-1 draw. City won versus 2-0 Everton at home. They won against 3-1 Bournemouth at home, but still lost against Aston Villa 1-0 in last away game. Newcastle United won against 2-1 Fulham at home. They won versus 2-0 Forest at home, but Newcastle United lost against West Ham 3-1 in away game, my dear friends. This is going to be so hard clash. Manchester City is seeming a little bit closer to victory, but my prediction is going to be draw for that game, draw. Newcastle United 1, Manchester City 1. At Leeds United, Aston Villa, another hard game is awaiting us. Leeds United is mediocre team, but they are playing better at home. They won versus 2-1 West Ham United in last match at home. Before they lost against 2-1 Tottenham at home. Leeds United lost against Brighton 3-0 in last away game, and this Aston Villa team won versus 2-1 Tottenham in away game, but they lost against 2-0 Liverpool in last away game. Villa won versus City 1-0 at home, my dear friends. Villa is showing us inconsistent performances this season, but I feel in that way Aston Villa is seeming a little bit closer to victory than Leeds United, but Leeds United will force Aston Villa considerably. Because of that, draw is my prediction, draw. Leeds United 1, Aston Villa 1. And Arsenal Tottenham. Last season Arsenal won against Tottenham 2-1 at home. This is London derby, and Arsenal is going to be at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Sunderland in last away game. Arsenal is at the top position in EPL. They are playing for the title this season. They deserve to win the title this season, in my opinion. Arsenal team won against 1-0 Crystal Palace at home. They won against 2-0 West Ham at home before. Tottenham team got good results in away games, but they stayed draw against 2-2 United in last match at home. Tottenham won versus 2-1 Leeds United in away game. They won against 3-0 Everton in last away game. This is going to be so hard clash, my dear friends. Maybe draw is possible, but I rely on Arsenal more than Tottenham. Just by 1 goal margin, I want to take a chance to Arsenal for victory. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1 is my prediction for this game. Manchester United, Everton. Manchester United is going to be at home. They won against Everton 4-0 last season at home. Manchester United is playing better at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Forest and Tottenham in the recent 2 away games with same results. United won versus 4-2 Brighton in last match at home. Before they won against 2-0 Sunderland at home. Everton is playing better at home. They won versus 2-0 Fulham in last match at home. But before they lost against 3-0 Tottenham at home. Everton stayed draw against 1-1 Sunderland in last away game. I count on Manchester United at home. Because of that, I want to take a chance to Manchester United for victory. Manchester United 2, Everton 0 is my prediction for this game. All my predictions like this for matchday 12 games of EPL. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, and please click on the like button. That makes me so glad. See you on my next videos, my dear friends. Bye!